also joining us to speak on this topic, we have Adebiyi Abosede, a professor from the University of OOU. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us at this time. Okay, all right, if you're still with us, so Dangote has just slashed the price of fuel. What do you think about this move? How do you receive this development?
You see, first and foremost, we have to understand that Dangote is a businessman, and the challenges he was having with NNPC and is still having, and then the issue with the petroleum marketers. Of course, he has a lot of challenge, more so that according to reports, his production is only able to address 60% of the PMS demand in Nigeria. Therefore, you would not want a situation where importation will create a serious problem to his own organization. And that, as a result of that, he has to go into something that looks more like a price war, such that he will continuously reduce his price until importation becomes expensive, and therefore he will be able to sell um, whatever he is producing. That is the way I see it, and it's typical of a business person to do that kind of to go that kind of way, and more so when you are more or less operating in a very hostile economic environment.
Okay, all right, and now moving to the main source of energy for Nigerians, that is electricity. Now that the federal government is planning to review some of these prices, do you think that it might be for better for Nigerians? Perhaps this would also see a reduction, or do you foresee it being an increase in prices of electricity for both band B and C?
The general trend is that there will be an increase in price, and this will dovetail into increase in consumer prices. And of course, make mention really is that the issue of subsidy has not been properly addressed. You know, when you are unable to really handle those who are fleecing the economy through subsidy, and you believe that the only way to solve the problem is to remove subsidy, then you continue to create more problems. And the general masses will continue to suffer. And then the productive sector will also suffer because there will be an increase in the cost of production. And you see, at the end of the day, life becomes a little bit more difficult. So I do not see, or I can't get why government should continue to increase the tariff. And of course, something is even very funny about this tariff matter, because it's only the transmission that is 100% owned by government. The generation and the distribution had been privatized. So why don't you allow those people to operate, and then let us see how it goes? Of course, this has forced many state governments to go into private production of electricity, and let us see how that will go. For instance, in Ogun State, I know there is a serious work going on to generate electricity outside of what is coming from the national grid. But the bottom line is that any increase will increase the cost of living.
Galaxy TV News, thank you so much for being a part of the news.